Hello everyone, today I'm going to be watching even Fancier drinking by Incognito. The thumbnail was just ridiculous. So let's check it out in the count of 3, 2, 1, go.
Brought to you by Incognito.
Lovely.
Alright, we've done theatre, we've done painting, we've done wine, and now it's time to do some drinking stuff in general. And to start, let us learn about the drinking cultures of the world.
Oh my god, please go some places that I know.
Welcome to my private jet. Come on, kid. I got a lot to teach you about the world.
What in the world is that?
We must learn all of the drinking customs of all the funny foreign places.
Is that a...
Starting with where drinking was invented. The country of Uck. The trick is to jump just before you hit the ground. Observe British people in their natural habitat. Here they do a thing called cheers, where they clink their glasses together before drinking. The tradition dates back centuries, but the origin, why they started doing it, is somewhat unknown.
Deliverance.
But we have a couple of theories. Theory 1, poisoning.
What?
Yes. So imagine a situation like this. Two people who don't trust each other, sitting down together at the pub. This guy then does something shady to the other guy's drink. Here you go. Did you poison my drink? Me? I would never. Well then, I'll pour a little of mine into yours, and you can pour a little of yours into mine, and we'll both either be totally fine or both totally dead. No, there's no need to do that. So that was the initial version, and then eventually they just kind of shortcutted it to, yeah, clink clink, it's fine, I trust you. But...
oh my god! Okay, so that comes the clink. That makes so much more sense. Holy crap, that actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it's a share of trust. It's understanding each other and trusting each other. Oh my god. That's probably
a myth. So, theory number 2. Ghosts.
What the fuck?
Right, in the Middle Ages, people were worried about spooky ghosts and spirits. So they'd do cheers very loudly to scare away the demons.
What?
Also, sometimes you'd spill some of your drink onto the table and the floor, and then that was like a little offering to the spirit.
Yeah, I know, but
that's probably also not true. The most likely answer is simply that everyone likes that sound. It's very satisfying. There's more. You know when someone drops a glass and everyone just kind of silent, like,
okay, that was out of a horror movie.
The most likely answer is simply that everyone likes that sound.
Even though it's like very bad shadow of Photoshop, it looks like from a horror movie. Holy crap, that is
very
weird.
satisfying.
Oh my
There's more.
god.
You know when someone drops a glass and everyone just kind of silent, like, oh, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Well, in the UK, instead, everyone goes, way, in celebration, as a way to make fun of you, but also make you feel not so bad.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Bro, don't sleep on Ted Lasso. It is probably one of the best TV shows I have ever seen about literally something I was never ever interested. I've never interested in sports at all. I know about soccer and football, but I was never really interested in it. Now I really watch those things because Ted Lasso is just such a fucking genuinely good show. Like, it is actually touches so many different problems, and it stays fucking hilarious. So don't sleep on it if you want to watch it. It's so good.
Uh-oh. The BBC? They have a whole organization for that now? We gotta get out of here. We'll take my private cruise ship. Come to Italy, where they filmed the Mario.
Fuck yeah.
Let me just park this here.
China's actually real.
Come this way to the Leaning Tower of Pizza. Held up by the raw strength of 1,000 tourists posing for photographs. But did you know that Italians, when they say cheers, say chin chin?
Oh my god!
Now, that is very funny to the Japanese, because in Japanese, chin chin means penis.
Yes.
Germany next.
I learned about that because someone said it in anime. Oh, I love Pin Pin. I love Chin Chin. And everyone started hating the voice actor. It's like, bitch, grow the fuck up. It's 2020.
Now here they do Bruderschaft, where you link your arms together when drinking. It's
Oh,
also kind
shit.
of seen all over the world at weddings in particular, but only the Germans have a name for it. It symbolizes the end of formalities between two people.
Oh.
But the Germans have a lot more.
All right.
Now, when you clink glasses together with someone, you have to look them directly
This is
in
no
the
glass.
eye. And if you don't do it, you will be cursed with 7 years of bad sex.
Where's this website? Where are you finding this information? Yinper. What the fuck? Toasting has a deep root in Western culture, which and anthropologists suggesting that it goes back to ancient religion rites. While toasting is generally positive, good health and good luck are common. That carries center negative superstitions and okay, so these are not like beliefs, and these are just superstitions that are like probably all elders know, and they just sometimes
don't do it. You will be cursed with 7 years of bad sex, apparently.
God damn.
It's not my fault. It's the Germans. Then when doing shots in Germany, they sometimes also go Zermit, and you hold the glass near your belly. Zertit, and you hold it near your chest. And then Zumsack, and you hold it near your, and then Zak, and you drink. Now, on to Finland. Zumsack, and you hold it near your, and then Zak, and...
Is this fucking real? This sounds like a fucking, when you want to open your chakras, you do that shit. This is more of a vulgar. What does vulgar mean? What is vulgar? So vulgar means like basically no class, no sophistication about it. So basically it's like when you chug a beer by cutting a hole in it with your key or something, or like when you just put it on the ledge and you just cut it out. That's basically what it means to do that kind of like, what was it? A stomach, chest, penis, and then neck, something. Oh my god.
Now on to Finland. They keep it casual. They have a custom specifically for drinking alone. You're supposed to do it while loafing around in your underpants, and it's called kalsari kani, also known as underwear drunk. All right, that's all I could find on Finland. So off to Canada. To get there, I booked us a private fishing trawler.
I love that. That's like the default way of drinking anything. Like you basically end up in your underwear. So it's just using that and just evolving with that like same body system.
All right, that's all I could find on Finland. So off to Canada. To get there, I booked us a private fishing trawler. It's so exclusive that even these fish, yes, they go to a private school. In Newfoundland, Canada, they have the Newfoundland Screech. You take a shot of Screech, and then you do the Screech. Goes like this.
Is you a screecher? And then you answer like this. Deed I am, me old cock, and long may your big jib jaw. That's it.
It's a pirate culture.
The fuck?
Then they take a big fish,
and long may your big jib jaw. That's it.
That's actually a very good saying. That's very, very, like, if someone's gonna go to a trip and you're drinking with your, like, pirate friends, and you're going to go on a pirate trip, and another captain says this to you, it's gonna fucking put some hope into your mind and gives you, like, a bit of warmth. That's fucking amazing.
It's a pirate culture. Then they take a big fish, usually a cod,
and
kiss it on the lips.
Yeah, that dude hated that. That dude fucking hates it. That dude doesn't like that. Look at him. That motherfucker in the behind loves it though. That's my fucking dad. He's like, oh, look at this fool.
Anyway, I'm kind of busy, so there's no more customs anywhere in the world. You can do some more, maybe independent research yourself. I'll see you back in the field.
Ew. End of part? That was it?
Okay, this next section is on cocktails. So it all started when we made this asset where the IH character, he's shaking a cocktail at a frat party, and I turned to the editor and I went, wait a minute, that's a weird word. Why are they called cocktails? And we started Googling it, and we kind of went down a rabbit hole, and it was actually really interesting.
Because you cock the tail of it?
Here it is.
Not the bottom?
Cocktails. In the 1700s, fuel prices were outrageous. So everybody used the horse. Now, horses weren't just used for travel, they were also used for work in the fields.
Yes.
So you would sometimes put a
Very
harness
useful.
on a horse for plowing a field, right? Now, when you do that, its tail actually gets in the way, and so we have to do something about that thing. Think of it like the foreskin of the horse. You put it in.
Well, you can
guillotine,
use that
and everybody
tail for
closes
so
their
many other
eyes.
things than just horsing.
Problem solved. Now, this practice is called docking. It has a different
All right, so what are we talking about here?
meaning these days.
Yeah.
So once the tail is docked, some say it's much easier to clean. But it also kind of looks like a chicken's tail, right?
Yes, it's
Hence,
fucking weird.
they would call these tails cocktails. So that's step one in the story. Step
Oh my god! So they, oh my, holy shit! That is actually genius. So they took it from cock, not the cock.
two. You've also got horse merchants, right? And they are a very shrewd bunch. They know that
Count the
when
teeth.
they sell their horses, the customer wants very feisty and energetic animals. Someone who's buying a horse doesn't want one that's kind of sickly or lazy or sleeping all the time, right? They need it for work. So how do you
Wake
ensure
up,
then
samurai.
that your horse looks full of beans and moxie and
Shit,
some other
dude.
stuff
Oh my god.
and has the maximum
Fourth gear.
horsepower possible when it's time to sell? Well, they would use this one quick hack. All the equestrians hate them. They would go over to their mortar and pestle and they would throw
Pepper.
in some chili, some ginger, and a few other spices and
No.
just mix it all together. Then they would go over to the horse, hold still, little fella, and with the mixture go up into the no-no area. Now, the horse doesn't like that very
What
much,
the
so
fuck?
it's kicking, it's going mad,
They
and the bit
sodomized the fucking horse with pepper! Is that true? Bro, is that fucking... Because that is disgusting. Where's fucking Peter doing against that shit?
all going, wow, this is a really great horse. It's got some spunk, I tell you.
Oh my God.
I'm buying it.
Is it
So the
big
horse
black?
merchants
What the
made a
fuck?
whole bunch of money. And everyone was happy. Well,
Not horse.
almost everyone.
Yeah, those
The
motherfuckers gonna pay.
Of step 2. Now step 3. Around the same time, you've got bartenders over in the saloon,
Red Dead Redemption.
and they have just invented the science of mixology.
Why is it Breaking Bad
They've realized that
coming
you
out
can
of
add Red Bull and lemon juice to stuff. And
Hey,
actually,
Red Bull?
around the same time, you've got bartenders over in the saloon, and they have just invented the science of mixology. They've realized that you can add Red Bull and lemon juice to stuff and actually make alcohol not taste so bad.
Yeah.
But when they added some ginger and spices and maybe a little bit of pepper, people went, oh, I know these. These are those horse suppositories. Cocktails, we'll call them. Glug glug.
That is the connection they made? How many times would they cocktail their asses of horses, man? That they made that connections with the cocktail? With the drink? What the fuck?
Glug glug glug. And the
That
name
is-
stuck.
Oh my god. That is too much. Too many coincidences of misery.
Do you think it's too early for ad time? I don't think it's too early
No,
for
let's
ad
go.
time. Oh no, help me, Incognito Man. I signed up for discounts at a retail store and they won't stop sending me messages.
Oh my
Huh?
god, I hate
I
this.
signed up to that website years ago. Why are they still spamming me?
Wait, is there a way to fix it actually? Who the fuck?
Be my doing. I am data-based man.
Stop him.
Based man.
me, Incognito Man.
Based man. Get the
Incognito is
fuck
a
out of
brilliant
here.
service that tells a whole bunch of
What the
databases
fuck
and people
is-
who have your data and stuff to get lost. It says, hey, do you have this email address?
These
Well,
cards,
lose it.
man.
Hey, marketer man, you can't use this phone number anymore.
no.
Instead of chasing them all up manually by signing up to Incognito, they send these legal requests on your behalf to get you deleted from the internet.
Let us do battle in my realm.
And then we teleport to the desert.
I better follow it.
This is the pull of my
Incognito
sword.
portal.
Good of you to finally join us.
Yeah,
fuck.
well, I'm gonna stop you. Incognito lawyer powers, legal threats, data removal tools, Consumer Privacy Act, data protection regulations, polite yet stern wording.
That might be good.
It has created a Gundam. So go to
Holy
incognito.com/incognito. Sign up today and get 60% off an annual plan.
That is a very good thing, very application. I have no idea how it works though. They legitimately just fucking go and take your phone, take your numbers out of any system, any ad system. That is too good to be true. Let's see how it goes on. Let's see how it goes.
Simply
because that's really interesting.
I can feel it working. My phone isn't ringing as often. My
Holy
email inbox,
shit.
it's less full with just a whole bunch of shit. And then like the sun comes out of the clouds, clear.
Worst part is when you're expecting a like an important text and then you just keep getting texts from like ISPs operators, like fucking bullshit shops, pizza stores. It's the worst.
I'm getting too light. I'm floating away.
No.
He'll die of the cold eventually.
Pan up and it's no one there. He's like,
oh no.
not bad at all.
So go to incognito.com/incognito. Sign up today and get 60% off an annual plan. Ad over. Have you heard about the latest dangerous trend? It's all over social media. Wine mixed with watermelon. A combination when mixed together makes a deadly poison. Here we are in Argentina with a delicious watermelon. Now let me chase it down with a glass
That one doesn't look that delicious.
Wine? Okay, it's not true. But it's been a myth in South America for over 100 years that you should never pair wine and watermelon together. No one quite knows why, but we dug and we were able to find a single source from an author, Facundo de Genova. And he says, in probably Argentina, probably sometime in the 1800s, there was a small Catholic church and everything was great. For a time. They grew wine for dinner and watermelon for dessert. Until one day, something bad happened in their idyllic little town.
Uncontrollably.
A few men in the village started getting a bit grabby.
Oh.
It was a whole Me Too thing, but it was the first Me Too. It was a Me one. No one quite knows who did what to whom, but it was a big scandal, I tell you. And it kept happening.
Oh my
no, what's happening to our beautiful village?
They said in their funny foreign accents. Now, presiding over the village was a monastery.
These footage are so good, man.
So the people gathered together at this monastery to figure out what the hell's going on with all this grabbiness.
Yeah, this town sucks now,
said the women folk.
I hope you have the plan to fix
Those
this.
are women folk.
Yes, of course we do. But first, we must figure out why the men are becoming so grabby. Come on, guys, think outside the box. We have to find something, anything to blame. Except the people who actually did the thing.
Yeah.
So the priest began looking at the diets of the people in the village. The priest said aloud. One of the monks proposed a theory. Have you noticed that we grow a lot of grapes here? Yes. And have you noticed that we also grow a lot of watermelon? Yeah. Well, what if, somehow it makes the men folk grabby? That must be it. We must put a stop to this. But how? Well, let's tell them that if they drink wine and eat watermelon, they'll go to hell. Okay, so that's what they did. Hear ye, do not drink wine and then eat watermelon. You'll go to hell. Oh, really? Really? I don't know that. The assault suddenly stopped. Hurrah! Although whether that was a coincidence, we don't actually know. Over time, however, the messaging kind of evolved, because don't mix wine with watermelon isn't exactly a well-known Bible proverb, and people became less religious. So instead of, you'll go to hell, the line changed to, it's poison and you'll die.
Yeah, that is more
and in Argentina, in some places, the myth still perpetuates.
It's scientific.
Now, is there actually any evidence at all?
Yeah.
That pairing wine and watermelon together
makes you horny.
Really causes the mood. Kinda. Watermelon contains an amino acid, arginine, which partially transforms into nitric oxide, and then nitric oxide is a vasodilator. And vasodilators
there we go.
do this. Plus, wine also has polyphenols, and that also helps in the formation of nitric oxide, so double this.
Holy fuck.
But the effect from nitric oxide is actually very mild. Also, all of these foods have polyphenols and arginine in them as well. So pretty much everything has it. So, no, the effects are likely hugely overstated.
It's because of the fucking people.
The moral of the story is...
Oh my god. Yeah, that is a hard morality.
This next section is on wine in the Bible. Sort of. Apologies if we got any details wrong. We mostly kept this section because we liked the pun on Eucharist.
What?
Jumping forward to Jesus. This is his first recorded miracle.
So,
Jesus and a whole bunch of his followers and stuff, they are invited to a wedding in Cana. Now, the waiter goes over to serve some guests some wine, and... uh-oh.
It's empty.
Fuck you! Go grab some!
What do you mean it's empty?
There's no more wine.
No, wait, I've got a plan, says Jesus. Bring me 6 big stone jugs, about 20 to 30 gallons each. And bring...
That's funny. That's really funny, actually. That's funny on 2 levels, and it's...
me 6 big stone jugs, about 20 to 30 gallons each. And fill them up to the brim with H2O. Now, check out this. And he does the finger thing. And then when they went to pour the water, suddenly it was wine. And it was the best wine that anyone had ever had. And they go, oh, that's pretty good, Jesus. But have you got any other miracles? And he says, yes. Come on, we're going to do a supper. Now, everyone is gathered around, and this is the point at which Jesus reveals, by the way, one of you is very sus. I know one of you will betray me. And he looks at Judas, and Judas is kind of looking away. But then Da Vinci's like,
guys, I need you to stay still for the painting.
The last dinner.
So Jesus goes, what's this? And he takes some bread and wine, and he says, look at this bread. This is my flesh. And everyone's kind of like, really? And he goes, well, yeah. I mean, if you're Protestant, then just metaphorically. No, okay, look at this wine. It is my blood. Really? Quit making this so complicated. Here, have some. So he hands it to his disciples, and they went, fantastic, I was peckish and thirsty. And he goes, yes, in fact, I shall call this little celebration a Eucharist, or Holy Communion. It will be the practice of eating one cracker or piece of bread and drinking some wine. And if you eat the whole thing and drink the whole... eating one cracker or piece of bread and drinking...
What? Oh, but okay, so it's basically like that is like not how you're supposed to do it, right? It's supposed to be in like a cup with a biscuit, the actual biscuit. That looks like a piece of dough that they barely even made it look good. What the fuck is that? Why is it so white?
And if you eat the whole thing and drink the whole bottle, that's called a huge Eucharist. Now, most Christians today take that as a symbolic thing. Unless you are Catholic. Now, they believe in what's called transubstantiation, which means that the bread and wine literally turns into the body and blood of Jesus at the moment that they are consumed. However, it does still look like bread and wine, and they call that phenomenon appearance or accident. It has changed, but you just can't tell, except for sometimes when you actually can. Lanciano, Italy, in the 8th century, there is a monk, and he has been on r/atheism for far too long. He is starting to have doubts about the blood and wine stuff, but he still has his monkly responsibilities. So he holds mass, and he says the words of consecration, this is my body, this is my blood, this is my rifle, this is my gun, and at that very moment, the bread turns into literal flesh in his hands. And the wine turned to blood.
Jesus, man.
Holy shit, said everybody in unison.
Did it happen?
And ironically, he went, oh, well, I should probably not eat this then. So instead, he kept it in this chalice thing. What is it? A clock? Anyway, there it remains still today, kept in the church of San Francesco.
Can someone go and DNA test that, maybe, like a piece, to see what the fuck is it going on? Because I don't mind miracles, but what the fuck?
And now a couple of years later, in the 1970s, Professor Odaro Leone decides, let me do a bit of an experiment. So he took a sample of the flesh, and he came to the conclusion that it was indeed real. Apparently, it was part of a heart valve, and that the blood type was AB. The sample has not been analyzed since. However, it is officially recognized by the Roman Catholic Church. Here ends the reading.
What? Bro, it's the best what? The
now
best
you might
part
say,
just skipped.
wow, that section really doesn't have a whole lot to do with wine. And in fact, you're just badly retelling a Bible story.
No, don't.
This final section we started making for the main channel when we found this massive court document and we thought, holy shit, this is
Bro, what the fuck?
a hell of a story. And we had all these ideas of it being like Witcher themed, and so there were quite a few like random Witcher assets, just ignore that. But it just kept blooming and blooming into this bigger story, and it got too long. And so here it is on Incognito. And here we begin in 1743. The birth of Thomas Jefferson. Push, Mrs. Jefferson, push.
Oh, shit.
Now, Tom Jeff.
Actually,
he was involved with some politics, kind of sexy, but you're too late, he's dead.
Right. Yeah.
But what's more important?
Obelisk is like the most devilish possible things. Why obelisk? That's like a dick. Make it a beautiful, actually destroy that and make it beautiful fucking like housing around it that is like people can go and see this. Like holy shit, what the fuck is that? That is disrespectful. We have bigger things for or like murders here.
Is he tried his hand at a lot of different hobbies. Architecture. He designed his own home in Monticello.
Holy fuck!
He played the violin. He kept mockingbirds. He collected fossils. And, most relevant of all, he hoarded a culture. In his extensive garden, he kept 330 types of vegetables and 170 types of fruit. One of those fruits was grapes. Right. So he tried his hand at viniculture. And while he was good at a lot of things, he never saw much success with making wine.
Yeah.
So he mostly collected the stuff. Now, people naturally wondered, like, hey, what happened to the wine he made and the wine he collected?
What is it?
Did he sell it all? Did he give it away? Did he attempt the huge caress? Fast forward, 1985. Meet German music producer Hardy Rosenstock. He is an avid wine collector.
Okay. The huge caress is quite funny because it kind of encapsulates just wanting to drink more, like just wanting the whole body, just drunkenness, just being drunk, being an alcoholic. That is what it encapsulates.
German music producer Hardy Rosenstock. He is an avid wine collector. And he's tapping on the walls of old buildings in Paris, looking for some national treasures. On this occasion, the wall opened, and my God. Sealed behind, he said that he found a collection of 24 bottles, dating all the way back to the 1780s, and look at that. THJ engraved right there on the glass. Thomas Jefferson. It seems like Mr. Rosenstock has stumbled upon Jeff's hidden collection. Mystery solved. And it would make sense that they wound up in France because Jefferson spent a number of years over there. Amazing.
What is
and into Rosenstock's wine collection, they went. Now, Rosenstock's wine collection was something quite special, and he liked to show it off. So every year he would host tasting events that featured extremely rare wines. And he would invite all the most prominent German celebrities, such as the Hans brothers, and Das Boot, and Death Stranding. Now, one of his guests was a guy named Michael Broadbent, senior director for Christie's auction house. Together, they cracked open one of the THJ bottles. Bottle number 1.
How was it good?
Broadbent said that the wine was delicious. Yup, these bottles are in perfect condition, he said. You should really auction these things. I run an auction, you should put them in there. Huh, maybe I should, said Mr. Rodenstock. Maybe I should.
Did they
But
do
before
it?
they did that, they
Because why
sold
not?
2 of the bottles privately. Number 2 and number 3.
All right, give me a second. Give me a second. I need a moment. All right, let's continue. 3, 2, 1.
They
go.
drank a 4th. On the 5th of December 1985, they put up bottle number 5 for auction at Christie's. It was bought by Christopher Forbes for £105,000, which at the time meant it.
Oh my god. How good was this wine? To be fair, it's iconic and it's like that is a unique type of wine. But again, how good tasting was the wine that it went for thousands? Like, holy crap.
Was the most expensive bottle of wine ever sold. But that wine wasn't to drink. Proudly, that thing sat on the Forbes shelf, eventually to be put into the Forbes Gallery in the exhibit on former presidents.
Oh, shit.
And
That's
funnily enough, they actually put this
interesting.
bottle on display under big industrial lights, and it heated the thing something fierce.
Yeah.
And the heat ruined its drinkability, of course.
You don't need
In
light.
fact, so intense was the light that the glass expanded and the cork fell into the bottle. Some time passed.
Oh my god, these idiots. Holy shit.
Celebrated the sale with another drink. Bottle
So
number
you
6,
ruined the
now gone.
$1,000 bottle.
And then they sold 2 more privately. In 1987,
Right.
they drank bottle number 9. 1988, they drank bottle number 10.
Bro, they're drinking thousands of dollars in a sitting. What the fuck is going on here? Switch it for another wine. And then you have more. Like, 1 bottle of these can be 1,000,000 bottle.
And at this point, a new challenger enters the scene.
Oh my
the
god.
White Wolf of Palm Beach.
Who? I
They
want a
call
bottle.
him Bill Koch. Some say it's short for billionaire. He's a member of one of the wealthiest families in America.
Shit.
And he is also one of the world's most avid collectors of wine.
Okay.
So,
just remember places you need to go and heist after an apocalypse, bro. Because if you heist this place, you're never gonna be depressed in an apocalypse.
he is also
like, look at this
one of
place.
the
I mean,
world's
to be
most
fair, it's a
avid
depressing.
collectors of wine. So, they sell him a total of 4 bottles for $311,804.
Bro, 4 bottles of this wine can save families.
We're way over here
What
on the
the
graph at this
fuck?
point. So, gently, careful now. He put them in his
Yeah.
climate-controlled cellar.
Why is an
And he
old
would-
man handling that? That is dangerous. Oh, it's him. It's Coke.
He put them in his climate-controlled cellar. And he would show them off to his friends. Otherwise, here they remained for the next 17 years.
Shit.
As the years ticked by, more bottles were sold and more bottles were consumed, until there were none left.
Fuck. So at least they didn't drink the majority of
2005.
it. That is
The 4
ridiculous.
Coke bottles had sat around for a long time on the shelf, doing nothing. When something new happened.
Why?
The Boston Museum of Fine Arts was interested in displaying the bottles and wanted to trace the exact provenance.
Maybe put him in a refrigerator.
So Coke gets on
display.
the line with the Jefferson Foundation and he goes, "Oh, look, I don't mean to brag, but I'm about to have my bottles displayed at the Boston Museum. But I need just a little bit of verification. Could you tell me exactly where these bottles come from?" And the Thomas Jefferson Foundation responded, "I'm afraid we can't do that. We don't think they're real." Yeah. In fact, you're not the only person.
I'm sorry, what? What? What does that supposed to mean? We sold millions of these. What? Like in millions.
All about this. What? Yes, it was in the 80s. A Mr. Broadbent, I believe, of Christie's auction house called up trying to verify the bottles so that he could sell them. But we looked through our comprehensive historical records and found no mention of these bottles. Here's a letter we sent saying that we couldn't verify them. And they're probably fake. But he sold those bottles to me.
Yeah.
Now, back to 1776. Now, here's a thing you should know about Jefferson. Let's
That
just say
is-
if he was around
that is
today, he would
ridiculous.
play a lot of Factorio.
Probably, yeah. Vanilla. Like vanilla for a month and then modded. Bruh.
He was, you know.
I have the largest collection of Funko Pops in the world.
Collector.
And that meant that his record keeping was very meticulous. All of his anime was ordered alphabetically.
Yo.
And so too were all the things that he ever purchased. All of his
what he liked. Alright, those are some of the good ones. Like, yeah, I mean, those are fucking good. Steins Gate, Code Geass, Madoka Magica, My Hero Academia. The fuck is that? Orange? Yeah, these are actually fucking good anime.
Was ordered alphabetically. And so too were all the things that he ever purchased, including wine. So that's my story, Mr. Pepsi. And those bottles are probably fake.
Why are you talking to Pepsi?
When Coke hears about this, he hangs up the phone and hits speed dial on his pager or something, and I need to assemble a team of investigators. Mr. Rodenstock lived in Germany, so Coke's investigators scoured the countryside for clues, and eventually they found a lead. They managed to track down 5 German residents who claimed to have done engraving work for Rodenstock in the past. They said, hey, have you seen these bottles before? And they went, oh yeah, we have. We did those. And all 5 were certain that the THJ engravings were done by an electric power tool. Every one of
Yo, that is such a big good scam.
These
Holy
24
shit.
bottles of Jefferson wine were fake. Big fat phonies. Allegedly. So, Bill takes all of this evidence to court, and Rodenstock is summoned, but he doesn't show up. So Bill wins in absentia and is awarded $1 million. In the end, Bill never received any money from Rodenstock. But to Bill, it was about sending a message more than receiving any money.
I'm coming after you.
And it's just one battle of many that Bill has fought against counterfeit.
Yeah, Vine, a spectator, to crusade against counterfeits with millions at stake. Binder collector takes action. Alright. That's actually... Alright. I don't know how you feel about that. But again, it's a millionaire against a millionaire. It's a billionaire against a millionaire. So... who gives a shit? At the end of the day, it's Vine. Vine is like you can get the cheapest and drink
wine. In 2008, Coke filed a consumer fraud lawsuit against the Chicago Wine Company, which was later settled out of court. Another time, Coke spent $3.5 million buying nearly 2,700 bottles of wine from Zaki's auction house. Almost $350,000 worth was fake. The auction house settled out of court, but the seller was told to pay $379,000 in damages and another $1,000 for every bottle. But then the next day they went, you know what, we thought about it. This jury has decided to award you $12 million in punitive damages.
Wait, no, who is paying this? I assume that like the fake Jefferson like company does it, right? Give it to them, the bullshit they've been making. But what the fuck? $12 million? He bought like them for $600 a piece. Like how is that so much money, man?
Jackpot, said Mr. Coke. I'm rich. But a year later, the court changed its mind and awarded Coke only $711,000.
All right.
Okay, so this guy's like a one-man army, and he's going around trying to scare the shit out of anyone who's selling fake wine. Oh, you've got expensive rare wine, do you?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll buy it then. Yeah, but
no.
But yeah, I'll buy it. No, it's fine. It's genuine, is it? Yeah, you're saying it's genuine. Yeah, definitely. And then he goes and he inspects it, then finds it's fake, and then goes, yeah, I knew all along, stupid. Lawsuit time. By doing this, he's very slowly cleaning up the market.
That's genius.
After all of these investigations, Bill has spent around $35 million tracking down fake wine. But by 2016, Coke was ready to lay down his weapons. He sold off a big chunk of his collection, and it sold for $22 million, which means he likely did not break even. So consider giving to his GoFundMe. Now, this is actually just a very small part of the story. The scandal ended up making such waves across the wine industry that they decided to make a movie about it, based on the Benjamin Wallace book, The Billionaire's Vinegar. And it was set to star Brad Pitt. No, wait, now it's Matthew McConaughey. No, wait, it looks like it's cancelled.
Please. Bro, if you want to, like, cast Matthew McConaughey, make it vocal balance or the vocal, like, normalizer, like, accompany with him. Because it is so difficult to, like, listen and hear him in the theaters because he talks very mellow and very chill. Like, oh my god. I don't know how people understand some of the words he says.
That's the video. Thanks for watching. 4 more to go, but we've already started in on the regular type stuff in case you don't love fancy. Okay, bye. And don't forget, incognito.com/incognito.
Yeah, that is one of the actually most unique sponsors I have ever seen. Something that blocks the phone numbers of the like the ads that are sending to you. That shit happens to me literally constantly. It's the worst. And the problem is, they fucking know. When the moment the money comes to your account, then they fucking text you with bullshit spams. Like, that is crazy. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. And go to Incognito and check out Internet Edition's other content. These content are more mellow and chill, but again, sometimes you need that. I need these to understand some of the more, like, chill stuff. But yeah, see y'all later.